Hey everybody, what is up? This is Gavin Grunow here. We are back with another video today. We just recently finally finished our Star Wars Battlefront 2 video gaming series, and I enjoyed playing on Star Wars Battlefront 2. It was so much fun. It was the game that I expected, and I had no idea what the characters or story was going to be about, which I was not expecting, but I really, really liked it. It was a very good story, very good characters, and it was a really good game, and I really, really liked it, alright? And it's been a long time since I've played a Star Wars game since I was much younger, over a decade ago. It's actually been over a decade since I played on Star Wars The Clone Wars, the 2002 game that came out on the original Xbox about a couple decades ago, something like that. But yeah, anyways, yeah, we finally finished up with the gaming series on that one, and we're gonna be moving on to a brand new series that I'm gonna be creating right after this one gets, enough views and likes and some comments, which I thank you all very, very much for doing me. I've been seeing some comments. I see that people have been liking it, and it's been getting views already, which I really, really do appreciate. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate it, and I promise you I'll do the same thing for you. All right? All right. So anyways, now, normally, today, I'm gonna be doing my very first movie review video. All right, I've never done a movie review video before or anything like that. Normally, I don't do those types of videos because, well, it takes a long time to to review what you think, what you like, and how your experience is when you watch a movie. So yeah, today I'm gonna be doing my very first movie review video because I've been waiting to do this for a very, very long time since I would probably say a few months ago, but I never got a chance to do it because, well, I've been very busy, and I've been taking a break from doing some videos, except doing the gaming videos. But anyways, today we're gonna be reviewing one of my most favorite movies that I really loved. It was so awesome. It was really good. It was really, really well made and realistic. And like, I know it's just a movie, but it looked so realistic and it was really awesome. I really loved it, all right? And the movie that we're going to review on today is the 2019 The Joker. The Joker 2019 movie with Joaquin Phoenix in it, all right? I'll never forget when I saw the Joker in the movie theaters, which I'm glad I did. I almost didn't get the chance to see it in movie theaters because we got busy throughout the year and the holidays. So, yeah, but I'm glad I got to see it at the last minute, at least at the last minute. I don't care what the audience thinks. I don't know. I don't care about the audience reactions on the movie because, well, the Joker is going to be a different type of movie because it's going to be one of those serious, crazy, very crazy movies. And so anyways, I really, really loved the Joker movie. It was one of the bestest, well done childhood movies that I've ever seen. That I've ever seen in a very, very long time since Spider-Man 2 from 2004 with Tobey Maguire. Because Spider-Man 2 was one of my number one favorite movies and Spider-Man Marvel movies that I literally fell in love with for a very long time. I really loved that movie. It was very well made. It was really good, and Tobey Maguire did a good job at Spider-Man. Even when he was a little too old to play the role, he still looks good. He still looks very young. He is a very special guy that was, that was very that he was able to get the role as Spider-Man. And yet, I really love the movie of Spider-Man 2 from 2004, and I grew up watching that movie. And one of my number one most favorite movies in all of movies growing up in my time. Now about so yeah, I really loved the Joker 2019 movie. I really liked it. It was really good. Like, I'll never forget the day when I first watched it at the movie theaters, because I kept begging my parents, I want to go to see Joker. I want to go see the Joker. When are we going to go see it? When are we going to go see it? And during that time, like, that they said that we are going to go see it. We will go see it soon. We're just busy right now, but we'll let you know. And about a month later, we finally went to go see it in the beginning or middle of November, a month right after the movie came out. So yeah, we saw it in November, which I didn't mind at all. I was expecting any audience reactions or anything, but yeah, we finally went to see it, and man, our Joaquin Phoenix went through a lot making this movie with Todd Phillips and all the other movie makers, and he did such a really good, very awesome, very well done job, and he really brought the Joker to life in like it's been a long time since we had another real Joker since Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight, alright? I also love Heath Ledger's Joker from the Dark Knight trilogy. I'll always love him no matter what. And I'll always respect him, and I'll always love his Joker too. He was a good actor too. So yeah, I think Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger's Joker are like the same thing but different in their ways. And I love them both. Like, if someone were to ask me which one of them I like which one of them would I pick to be my most number one favorite Joker, I probably would not be able to answer that question because they're both very good and both very realistic, and they really showed us a lot. They put a lot of effort into it. And so yeah, I wouldn't be able to answer that question. But yet, Joaquin Phoenix did a very well done job at doing it, and he went through a lot at playing the Joker, because ever since I saw the movie, like right after the movie, it literally took me a week. It literally took me a week to get over it, to stop thinking about it, because man, it really like for some of it really scared me. It really scared me, but I really loved it and I was able to handle it. And so, yeah, it took me over a week to finally not get scared of it and get used to it, because of, well, it shows on like real life, on what happens in real life. And so, yeah, it took me over a week to get over the movie, and but yeah, I really really loved it. So yeah, yeah, because ever since I was at school, I kept on remembering the movie. I kept on picturing it in my head, and I was like, "Oh man, I cannot believe what I just saw right there. Oh my god, what did I just watch, man, man." And so, anyways, yeah, it took me a long time, but anyways, it had a very good story. I think the origin story, I really liked it. It was a good origin story, and as we all know, that the actual Joker out there, the actual character out there, never, and I mean never, had a origin story. All right, the actual character never had an origin story. Never. How is that possible? Well, I don't know. I don't know, because every supervillain or superhero is supposed to have an origin story to know how they started, how they became this, how they became that, and yeah. But the Joker never had an origin story. So there have been many versions throughout the decades. Yeah, throughout the decades and years, there have been many versions of the Joker's origin. Like, there's one where he fell into the acid. There have been some on, well, I actually don't know some of the other versions, but yet, And there was this other version from The Dark Knight when from Heath Ledger's Joker when his parents well, I mean, I remember what he said, but I don't know if it's true or not. But yeah, but from this Joker, it's completely different from all the other ones. Completely different from all the other ones. Because some people have been saying that this guy is not the real Joker. Alright, it's not the real Joker. It's some, I don't know, random person. And I don't know. A lot of people have been saying that, and was like, how is he not the real Joker? What are you talking about? I mean, so what? What are you talking about? I thought he was Joker. I thought he was, I thought he was a Joker. Like, I don't see the difference on how he's not. Well, I mean, it could make sense because this Joker is not a part of the DC comic universe because it's in its own universe with the Batman because Warner Brothers bought the character and also, well, everything else, which I can see why it's not the real Joker, but I don't care. I at least want to see a Joker movie with its origin. And so anyways, yeah, I want to see a movie about it. So yeah, this origin is completely different from all the other origins that was never, and I mean never thought of before. Think of it. How would you feel if you kept on laughing every single time? Well, not every single time, but what if you were born with an illness that you kept on laughing and could not stop, alright? What if you were born with that? If I was born with it, it would probably ruin my life and I would not be able to handle it. And I would not want to laugh every single time of the day because, well, I don't see anything funny, alright? If I see something funny, then yeah, I would laugh, but I don't see anything funny, alright? Yes, you can laugh if you want, if something funny, or if you're having a good time, or yeah, it's okay to laugh, but sometimes in the world you gotta be serious because in this world needs to be taken seriously because you never know what can happen and don't know what's going on because if you start laughing it's gonna show others that you think it's funny and you don't care, which you're not trying to. It's basically, well, I don't know, but yeah, the Joker was going through a mental illness where he was laughing a lot and he couldn't stop laughing, which looked very painful, and I felt so bad for him. I felt totally bad for him ever since I was watching the movie. But yeah, I felt very bad for him. It was like it was sad. It was it was really sad. And but anyways, yeah, he a lot of went through a lot of laughing through this movie. And it was good. The laugh was really, really good. It felt like the actual Joker. And he went through a lot. However, we do know, like, or I don't know if we don't know, but we don't know, we do or we don't know what happened to him when he was a kid. They did explain it through the movie when he was a kid. Apparently, his mother hurted him as a child, and his father like let it happen, and his father hurted him as a child too, and he was born with this mental laughing illness, and apparently I think he was adopted by that mother, or I don't know if that's his real mother, but we don't know who his real parents are, or if Thomas Wayne is actually his real father. Like, it's never explained on who his real parents are. They only showed his adoptive mother and his adopted father, Thomas Wayne. So yeah, yeah, they adopted him, but they never told him on what happened to him when he was a kid, or why he's going crazy, or why he's going through this. But yeah, anyways, yeah, he went through a lot. He went through a lot. Apparently, in this universe of the DC Comics of the Joker, apparently he I don't know, like, I don't know if this is the right way to say it, or I don't know if it's, I don't know how to say it, but apparently I don't know if he ever was a good person before. Maybe he was, or maybe he wasn't. I don't know if he was a good person before, but before he ever became the prince of all crime in all of DC Comics in Gotham City. Apparently he was a different person before all that. Maybe he was a good person before all that, before all this happened. But yeah, he was suffering through a mental illness, and this is complete different origin, a different Joker from all the other ones. So yeah, so basically, apparently, a lot of the people throughout Gotham City was never ever nice to him. Not even, like, nobody was ever nice to him except his friend, the little short guy. I forget his name. But yeah, the little short guy was one of the people was nice to him, and his sort of kind of girlfriend that was also in the movie was also nice to him too. But apparently she was never there. She was actually never there throughout the entire movie, except that elevator scene when she first meets him, and during the ending of the movie when she goes to the Murray Franklin show with Murray Franklin. So yeah, yeah, those were the only times when she was there. Cause during the entire movie, she was never there. All right, she was never there. It was all in his head. All right, it was all in his head because of he's going crazy and what he's going through. So yeah, she was also a nice one too because, well, she was just associating with him, uh, talking with him, or I don't know. But yeah, anyways, yeah, apparently he's going through a lot of through his mental illness, and he's trying to keep his job as a clown because he wants to make people smile. He wants to make people happy. And I'm like that, and I'm cool with that, and I'm glad that he wants to make people happy. Because if I was in that movie, like, I would totally smile for him. I would totally be happy for him, and I would want to help him out. I would want to help him out, and I would feel bad for him if something bad did happen to him. So yeah, so yeah, apparently nobody was ever nice to him except his little friend and the kind of girlfriend. But yeah, anyways, yeah, like, I found it crazy when I read on the internet that she was never there the entire time, which I really fell for. They really did good on that part, and man, it really got me. Just like they say, or they don't say, but some people do say, movies can trick you these days. Movies can trick you whenever you expect it or not. All right, they can trick you, and I've been through that before, and it's really cool. It's really interesting, and so yeah, movies can trick you these days, and it's really good, really artistic. It's really good artistic, whatever I'm trying to say. But yeah, yeah. And so yeah, she was never there, and apparently he's trying to keep his job on being a clown to make everybody happy. But apparently nobody was, well, I don't know, but apparently nobody was ever satisfied or ever liked him. They thought he was a complete joke or he never existed. But he does exist. He really does. They're just, nobody really cares, which is really messed up. So, anyways, throughout the movie, when he's trying his best to do his job, apparently his sort of friend of his, the tall guy, gave him a gun. And the reason why this whole thing began in the first place was because his tall friend. It was all his fault. It wasn't Arthur Fleck's fault. It wasn't Arthur Fleck's fault. It was his friend's fault that was giving him the gun in the first place, and how this whole thing started. Because if he hadn't gave him the gun in the first place, then maybe this whole thing probably wouldn't have happened. His life would have been different, and he wouldn't be the prince of crime. And so, anyways, yeah, that's when his friend gives him the gun, and he just takes it. So yeah, it was his friend's fault, not Arthur Fleck's. And so, yeah, later on, during the movie, apparently he is told that his paycheck has been taken out of his account because apparently we all know that all those kids took his sign and broke it. And they don't, and his worker doesn't believe him, and they don't know like why the sign is missing or why it's broken, and the guy wants the sign back, and apparently he had to pay for it because of what happened to it. And so anyways, yeah, apparently they took his paycheck out for that sign, and apparently that made him mad, which screws with him because he's trying to make his money for a living for his job, and he wants to help his adopted mother. All right, he wants to help her because she could pass away at any minute now because of what she's going through in her life. So yeah, and apparently he has to take these medications to help like keep down his condition, or to help him relax, to make sure that he doesn't start laughing again. And so yeah, but apparently the medicine hasn't been helping him as much as he expects it to be. Even if it increases, the medicine is not working, and his laughing is like is too hard to handle. And so so basically it's getting worse and worse for him every minute throughout the movie. And he goes to his psychiatrist or his psychologist with his notebook with all the jokes and all the thoughts in it that he's been thinking of, and all the jokes that he's been doing for stand-up comedy. And basically he keeps telling his psychologist that he's been going through this, he's been going through that, and he heard this song, that's life, that's life, the other day on the radio. And apparently, he doesn't go to that psychologist anymore because apparently they got shut down. They got released, and apparently they don't care about him, or they don't care about her either. And she's been trying to help him all this time as she can, but apparently it hasn't been working. I mean, I'm sure it must have been working for some time, but it hasn't been working fully and completely. And so anyways, so yeah, he has his like a joke diary, or his personal diary, where he writes all his mental illness thoughts or jokes in, to to help him out within his life. And so basically when he does that, it's been making him crazy. And